What's up, everybody? My name's Austin. Welcome back to Audiotree Live. Today's date is Saturday, June 8th, 2024. Before we get started with our show today, I want to remind you to please subscribe to this channel. Thank you to everyone who's subscribed already. If not, hit that button down below. And if you're not following us on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal, wherever, remedy that now, please. This session is available on all those platforms so you can stream the audio on the go. And today, I'm very stoked to introduce Irish-born, London-residing rapper, writer, performer, Kevin, a.k.a. Jackie, a.k.a. Kojaque. So today, we're going to hear a bunch of new songs from his new album, Phantom of the Afters, which is an album that is definitely helping put Irish hip-hop on the map. I'm very excited to hear this. Take it away.
So how long do you think it's going to take before you forget about it?
It's like an hour away. Yeah, I'll turn off in a second.
Is that the air hostess?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get some sleep here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you all on board this flight to London Stansted. I could just have your attention for a moment. I will tell you about the in-flight entertainment that we've got provided.
Give me the mic. I'm Larry Bird before the growth spurt. Know the talent's within me. If I go before my mind, just don't let them bury you with me. Plan to leave this earth till I found it. Sometimes I feel too proud. Sometimes I feel like a cherub pissing in fountains. Like, fuck you mad about? It's what I was made to do. Nobody stole your ambition, it's just escaping you. Camera flash, I'm laughing, moving away from you. The frame ain't off, I just move at a different rate to you. Jedi Vision 25 at the shops fishing. No ID, gon' fuck up the whole mission. Childhood sweethearts up in the tree kissing. And she like it when I spell shit out with my tongue tipping. Never felt I've been so broke that I can't fix it. Used to dry the tea bags out in the back kitchen. Came too far not to use what I got given. Now I'm up an echelon, got used to the pot pissing. Like, hey, got used to the pot pissing. Got used to the pot pissing. Got used to the pot pissing. Remember when used to be broke, used to draw the dough, used to have to get me mad to fix up on me clothes, used to have to fight promoters just to book the show. Now the only issue's keeping money out me nose. Handsome little fucker, but you swear I didn't know. Used to get twisted just to try to get me whole. End up getting whiskey dick and heading home alone. Now I have to swat the women on me with a pole. Yo, shimmy, yeah, yo. Always don't lie, been on the bag all day, yo. Get the glass, but he all say, way, yo. Pass me the keys to that Ford Mondeo. K-Ho, me kicking like Leonidas. King Jackie, I'm in the back with your highness. I won't pretend I remember you, just remind us. See, all of you's got big shit coming on this. Pissed down back in the class where you find us. Mini bar bottle of Jack like I'm a giant. 3-5-4-4, who wanna come try us? Get done like a Panto villain. Look out behind you. Where's your cockpit? Let me fly this thing, like.
Sorry, darling. I need you to put your tray table back up, right? We're about to land.
Yeah.
Sorry, darling.
Yeah, 1 second.
Sorry to wake you.
Alright, how about it? Yeah, do that one.
Guts Street. And the heartbreak kid, you Kojaque. Yeah. We were on the way home, I heard you say something. Well, you could fall for somebody like me. Took you back to my place, BAMBI with the ice skates. I could hardly talk, caught me in your high beams. Yeah, you took me by the blind side. Back in hindsight, there were signs, but I guess I didn't see. Stevie Wonder on the high five. For once in my life, hate to see you go, but I love to watch it. I love to watch it. We never got the time quite right. I felt like you fella stole my life. I tried laying all my cards down twice, but I bitched out. Let a couple years go by, and like Moses with the staff, two of you split, thought feelings wouldn't last. Go figure, Cupid, fuking his loose lips, room spinning, always fix that. Booty too roomy, might have to move in. acting foolish. Puppy dog grin. She's my Snow White Cinderella shoe-in. Fairy tale type, want that happy ending. Can't lose the girl twice, hands like a vice grip. Type to make you wanna go to war. I wanna be the only one that you adore. There's not a man on the planet wouldn't want you. If I'm honest, I just never saw you knocking on my door. On the way home, I heard you say something, well you could fall for somebody like me. Took you back to my place, BAMBI with the ice skates. I could hardly talk, caught me in your high beams. Yeah, you took me by the blind side, back in hindsight. There were signs, but I guess I didn't see. Stevie Wonder on the high five. For once in my life, hate to see you go, but I love to watch it. I love to watch it. Spent the whole week in my bed sheet. Never been awake for a wet dream. We should've made a tape if you get me. Cause ever since it happened, I've been living in the memory. I've been living in the past. Should've known that I could never make it last. Soon as it happened, I had to flee to other lands. Took a plane out of state, it's a cruel twist of fate. What you slipped on my hands, it's a slap in the face. Held your face in my palms. Start to fade when I'm thinking you now. Maybe one day I'll pick your face out the crowd. Often I dream of you, honestly I lost count. But my mind's always told me be persistent. I don't know if you're the type to go the distance. Took my chance, now I still missed it. But do you think about me when you're with them? I was on the way home, I heard you say something, well you could fall for somebody like me. Took you back to my place, BAMBI with the ice skates. I could hardly talk, caught me in your high beams. Yeah, you took me by the blind side, back in hindsight. There were signs, but I guess I didn't see. Stevie Wonder on the high five. For once in my life, hate to see you go, but I love to watch it. I love to watch you leave.
You just heard BAMBI, a fucking amazing song from Kojaque. Thank you guys so much for being here today. That song has a really sick video in an ice rink, which I've also shot a music video in an ice rink, and there's definitely challenges involved in doing that. What do you remember about that shoot that was challenging?
Well, it was a night shoot out in Guildford. So we had the place from like 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. So it was like pretty tight on time. Also just like having expensive cameras on ice.
100%.
Not good.
Yeah.
So that was challenging. But yeah, I love that music video. Directed it with Sam McGrath. It was really inspired by, you know, Dry Your Eyes by The Streets.
Oh, I haven't
like
seen
Frank
that.
Skinner. The music video is beautiful for that, but
Okay.
it's
Mike Skinner.
Mike Skinner. What did I say? Frank Skinner? He's the comedian, isn't he?
So yeah.
Mike Skinner.
This is why you have a DJ. Just a
Yeah.
corrective sauce.
He just
No, it's.
stayed, on top of me with the names.
Do you remember being like extremely cold during that, or were you? I mean, I remember you being pretty bundled up in the music video, but you're also being dragged along the ice on like a skateboard, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy with the Zamboni.
Yeah, our boy Jimmy. The guy who drove the Zamboni was this like 18-year-old fella. Really nice, this guy Jimmy.
You want to see this man drive?
Yeah, he could really drive a Zamboni. Because we were like, I was trying to figure out how we could get it to look like it was driving by itself. And we were chatting to Jimmy and we're like, you think you could drive it and like hang off the side? And he was like, yeah, totally. And he did it. He ghost ride the whip. It was great.
Fucking love it, man.
Yeah.
I want to talk about how you got started in music, because there's so many, you know, on your new album, Phantom of the Afters, I hear so many influences in hip hop, but always all beyond hip hop. And I know you have a fine arts degree, and I can imagine you grew up around a lot of art in your house. So like, what was playing growing up in your household?
Loads of different stuff. I've got like 3 brothers and they're all into different music, so they kind of put me onto different stuff. But it was mainly like a lot of indie rock to begin with, kind of like, you know, the Maccabees and Darwin D's and like Kings of Leon and all them. Mm-hmm. And then kind of naturally just found hip hop when I was like maybe 14, 15. Started getting a lot more into that, like Tyler the Creator and Doom and Biggie. So I kind of just exclusively listened to that from when I was like maybe 15 to, I don't know, 20 or something. And I just got really obsessed with it and like the ethos and just started writing a lot more and trying to figure out how to make beats and record and that sort of thing.
What was the first beat making device that you had? Were you like on Fruity Loops or like what?
I bought a Machine Micro when I was like 18, I think. So that was probably the first. Maybe bar that, like an Akai MK25 maybe, which is just like a little MIDI controller, but it came with like Ableton Lite. So I tried to figure out how that worked.
Yeah.
Couldn't get it going. Machine was a little bit more easy and intuitive, I think. So
Shout out
started,
Machine.
yeah, they're great, man.
Yeah,
So
they
I
are.
started chopping samples on that and kind of figured it out more on that, and then went back to Ableton then eventually. So that's kind of what I use now. But
Gotcha.
yeah.
So with the background in fine arts, which I just find this interesting about you, having been to a liberal arts college myself, and what they sort of teach you about how to conceptualize art making and stuff like that. Do you remember an album that you heard where it was the first time where it sort of blew your mind open as to what an album could actually be? Because you do a lot of really world building inside of Phantom of the Afters.
Yeah, I was really like obsessed with Odd Future to begin with. That was kind of that was like this seminal kind of music that really got me into hip hop. But I think massive turning point was probably Good Kid, Mad City. So I would have been maybe like first year in college.
Yeah.
And that came out, and I was just obsessed with it from the get go. And that whole idea of like world building and concept albums kind of just sparked my interest at that stage.
Yeah.
And then from there was like A Grand No Come For Free by The Streets, another amazing concept album. And I think, yeah, Mike Skinner's ability to just even like to use his own accent and talk about his own experience, that was really inspiring then. In terms of kind of like gaining the confidence to do the same kind of thing. So
Yeah, and speaking of accents, like you on this record find ways to sound like different people throughout the album, which I think is really interesting. Do you ever feel like you've leaned too hard into that in terms of it being like how do you ride the line from it being a gimmick versus being authentic? Because it comes off as authentic, but I think it could easily flip. You know?
Yeah, it's a fine line, like.
Yeah.
But there's often times where I hear tunes like Baby Keem or like Kendrick, and the first time you'll hear the lyrics and like how they've recorded the vocals and stuff, and you're like, what the fuck is that? But it sticks in your head, you know? So I think it's kind of like, sometimes it is like Marmite. It's like quite polarizing, especially if it's really characterful in terms of how you've recorded the vocals. And oftentimes, like, I don't really like it to begin with, because I have to get used to it. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
that's
think
a
it's too
big
much
thing.
of the ego, you know, and you're kind of like, oh, this sounds stupid or whatever. Like, people aren't gonna like this, and then you just kind of remember, like, it's not about that. It's more about like, what are you interested in, and like, yeah, does it make sense to you? And if it does, then brilliant. Because it's like, we're hip hop because it's so minimal in terms of it's like so much dependent on your own voice. So like learning to use that as an instrument in the studio and stuff, I think that's a really important part, like what separates, you know, just like good writing from like a really good song, you know.
And also good performance. Too,
Yeah,
which
too.
is a
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
other aspect to it. There's so many awesome collaborations on this record. I mean, Charlotte DeSantos, Wiki, Big Pig, like you've got a few others, and I'm just curious, where would you want to see the collaborations go next? Are there people you have in mind for like, I would love to work with this person? Because it'd be, shout them out here, maybe they'll see this.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of people like Kendressa. I've been obsessed with. Been listening to her music loads.
Yeah.
Like Celeste. There's a ton of people, man. There's
Yeah.
a ton. It's always hard. I find I get like put on the spot with those ones, but the collaborations, in my mind anyway, have to feel natural, and you got to get on with people when you're kind of meeting them. Otherwise, it's just kind of. I wouldn't really want to shoehorn anything, and all the people that I've worked with, I've just been good friends with and like get on with. We've got like similar personalities and stuff, so
That's great.
it's felt kind of natural.
I personally thought the Sammy Copley one was really interesting because it was like out of a different era, and I feel like I've heard her music on its own, and it doesn't sound like it did like on your record, and I think it was a cool pairing.
Appreciate it, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone sent me Sammy's music. I think it was our buddy Steve, and I was obsessed with it. It felt ancient, like it felt like it had come out of the 60s or something.
Yeah.
And to figure out that he's like 18, it was crazy. I think at the time anyway when he made that tune. So I just started sampling it and then reached out, and he was buzzed. So Yeah, it was great.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to hear some more music.
Yeah,
Let's do it,
of
man.
course. I'm gonna take my jumper off because it's hot as fuck in here.
It's these lights, man.
Depression is a cycle. Midday soon, got my belly cherry red like a wino. Teeth stained, but I bueno. The spliff had my head spinning like a vinyl. I swear I used to know myself, but what do I know? I was dead upon arrival, laying in the wake of every sin from out the Bible. Top of Mount Olympus with a goddess on my line, oh. Says she not a singer, but I make her hit the high notes. Bed look like the light, oh. She quick with it, make you wish you grabbed the biro. I trace her body till I see her with my eyes closed. Hands travel places only she and I know. Her legs shaking like she walking on a tightrope. I forgot to draw the gyro. Guess she splits the plans. Woke up in the morning, she was putting on her pants. She just worked a double, thought she booked it in advance. Maybe not, she's out the door before I took a second glance. Kiss goodbye was awkward, accidentally touching hands. Yesterday she looked at me like I could be her last. Now it's feeling different, Yoko Ono joined the band. All this Lennon or McCartney try to fucking up my plans. I walk around as if I'm busy and it's grand. Spent the rest of Sunday evening watering the plants. Praying not to question whether we could ever last. I'm shadow boxing with my demons. Who'd have thought they had some hands, but been a half a decade since I've been in love. Not for lack of opportunity, there's been enough. It's like I try my best to get them just to give them up. And half the time it's like it's me I'm really running from. Shadows in the summer sun, days were never long enough. Daisy chains and all them razor bumps. For I really knew what loving was. I get nostalgic about the shit I used to have but never used to want. Start to miss her when the winter comes. Pissing matches, have you pissing blood? Used to act so cold and distant, I was slipping up. Tell the truth, I kinda miss the verbal fisticuffs. Trying to make you laugh, crack a smile and slip me off the hook. Remember when you used to say I never listen much? Stay distracted, looking into greener pastures in a different blunt. Double tapping pics, I probably shouldn't. Real specific ones. Then I lie and reel you back till we were kissing tongues. Fight like cat and dog. Trying to deal with all my baggage, had to wish you luck. It was different times, we were smoking different stuff. Matter of fact, I can't remember why I'm missing much. It was different times, we were smoking different stuff. Matter of fact, I can't remember why I'm missing much. It was different times, we were smoking different stuff. It was different times, we were smoking different stuff.
I feel a lot of pain, I found a lot of peace. Tell them you feel away, they got the remedy. Some of them council house, some of them mezzanine. Some of them made it out, some of them rest in peace.
What you know about love? No lads back home, they never seen I have much luck. Acting ladies, man, when it's ladies night down pub. Talk big game when it's just us boys in the corner snug. Till one of them young ones looks. And you go scarlet blush. See the chest pump out when the lights start poking fun. Back slaps and head like that to the young fellas hug, yeah. That's how we show love. We talk shit about such and such. Used to have Ronaldo touch, yeah. Fat Ronaldo, that haircut.
Fuck you.
Let me talk my shit, but he back me up. If I'm telling lies, give me alibis, don't call that bluff. I can tell the truth, I can entertain when I'm both at once. If you're from my way, then you had dreams, you didn't have much.
I found a lot of peace. Tell them you feel away, they got the remedy. Some of them councils, some of them mezzanine, some of them made it out, some of them rest in peace.
What you know about hate? It's all too familiar, this life will fill your heart up with pain. We grew resilient, good little children around these estates. Mechanisms we learned, you have to repress that rage. Let it out, you get left behind, and even worse, you get locked away. But school in the prefab, ain't no rehab, told us pray. I spoke to God and he told me what you want me to say. I'm nearly old as my daddy was when he passed away, but I want more from this life, I want a gap for the lake. Cuddled up with the wife, want it all I was spite, want it all I would hate, want it all so they say. Fuck, I wish I had his life, bet they wouldn't feel the same if they had to walk a mile in my Nikes. I'ma get them every color way, I'll be living hell in paradise.
I feel a lot of pain, I found a lot of peace. Tell them you feel away, they got the remedy. Some of them councils, some of them mezzanine, some of them made it out, some of them rest in peace. I feel a lot of pain, I found a lot of peace. Tell them you feel away, they got the remedy. Some of them councils, some of them mezzanine, some of them made it out, some of them rest in peace. I feel a lot of pain, I found a lot of peace. Tell them you feel away, they got the remedy. Some of them councils, some of them mezzanine, some of them made it out, some of them rest in peace, some of them rest in peace.
Wake up, roll out bed, holding the head how I need this morning. Days fucked, overslept, slept in late, what the fuck I'm still yawning. Some days pray I never wake up, thinking me man, the guilt goes through me. Swear this life is a movie, Groundhog Day, Bill Murray's reshoot me. Swear this life feels like I had my laces toy for the race was starting. Two left feet dragging on the carpet, get shocked when you're not disheartened. Feel like it's just a matter of time for the world finds out I'm not such a nice guy. Papped in the paper, tell he's outside, wave to the people, kiss him goodbye. Don't you hate when the whole world's right? Can't lie, man, I'm not no angel. Stressed out since I was like 5. From a young fella, man, I had a playful. Can't love when your heart start hateful. Crack a joke and it sounds distasteful. Tell the truth and it comes off playful. Misunderstood so the gays got navel. Fuck all of yous, I don't need yous. Dumb being nice, now it's me and mine. Landlord trying to take me for the need you. Shove this lease on a man's windpipe. Shove these keys where the sun don't shine. Hang them upside down like the plates and lines. See more rolled up notes to the queen's face these days than my mind see mine. All I want in this foggy town is a decent pint for a bargain. Young one I got heart to heart with. These tops don't get my jargon. Try open up and they look at me in the pub like someone fired. Get torn up like a potato pack on the pub table. Gone scarlet. Which one of yous wanna try star shit? My heart was in the right place, but the words came out off target like. I can't apologize for being who I am. I can't beg no pardons. Horseback round Covent Gardens. Get the popcorn, movies just started.
That was Fat Ronaldo. Definitely the turning point in the album.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the two-parter of the whole thing, and I've read it's like the first half is like, you know, because there's a theme of immigration in the album, and it's like this moving to a new city in the first half, and it's amazing. And it's wanting to be somebody. Then suddenly, it's like once that excitement dies down, it kind of hits you that like you made this choice, and you got to make a new life for yourself. Am I on the money there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's just a cool thing, and I know it's something you've probably experienced yourself, but you put it out through the character of Jackie Dandelion. Why choose the character and not yourself?
I think character is just a very good vehicle for narrative, you know, and I think it's a lot easier. I think oftentimes it's a lot easier to be more honest if you feel like you're speaking through a character rather than like speaking directly through yourself. So it kind of lets you explore things that might be a bit more difficult, if that makes sense, because it's kind of like, it's like armor, you know what I mean? It's like, this is just a character.
Yeah.
It's like exploring different kind of themes and different feelings. So I think that's kind of a big part of the character stuff. And as well as that, it's just, I think those are the little things that differentiate like an album from just like a group of songs, you know, like they're the ways in which you can kind of weave songs together and have like a narrative that plays from front to back, you know, and it's got like an arc to it. So yeah, those are probably all the reasons why I kind of like love characters and like, different kind of story
totally.
arcs and stuff, you know.
I love the album artwork for the album too. It's just such a he's such a unique looking person. Like it's it's really all the prosthetics and like it's very Aphex Twin, you know, looking.
Yeah.
Just unsettling. But it's also kind of funny. And it's also kind of like you just sort of imagine this character in real life and how he would act. So it's just visually really stimulating. I'm curious. Speaking of immigration and just being in another country, is it true, or why is it that Guinness in America is so much worse than in Ireland?
It's kind of Guinness anywhere that's not Ireland, to be honest.
Okay.
I've heard.
Other than Nigeria, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Guinness
really?
is very big in Nigeria. I've heard different theories as to why. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of ritual that comes with like Guinness, like the 2-part pour. Like, I don't know. Irish people love sitting around waiting to drink something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think one of the theories that I heard is that the Guinness that we would have, like the kegs, have a different shelf life because they're drank more often.
Okay.
So it's like I don't know, like a 4-week shelf
fresher
life
or something.
But then if you send it like overseas, it's like a 12-week.
Yeah.
And I think something about the preservatives or something like that kind of makes it taste different. It's also like how often is Guinness poured in that pub? Like that'll affect the pipes. Like how often are the pipes cleaned? That sort of stuff. So it's like, yeah, it's crazy.
I'm curious, what have you noticed about American culture? Because is this your first U.S. tour?
We were here 2 years ago.
Okay.
The tour was a little bit smaller. Yeah, so we were here. I was here for the first time like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you notice about American culture that sort of just baffles you? And I can take it.
Yeah, the toilets are very big here.
Is that
It's I'm kind of into it, to be honest.
Okay, sweet.
Toilets are very different. What else is different? Yeah, like I don't know.
Like, have you gotten into like, I mean, like there's like gas station culture while you're touring, like things while you're touring that you've noticed about rural parts of America?
Shit, man, it was a whole lot of nothing. Out in like San Francisco, we drove from San Francisco to California.
The signs
San Francisco
are really
is in
amazing
California,
here.
by the way.
Sorry, yeah, to LA.
To LA, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the signage is sick. That's like you
about,
understand how to do advertisement.
Yeah, oh, the billboards, you mean?
Yeah, all the billboards and the way shit's designed. It's kind of that shit's interesting.
Why is every other billboard a lawyer? That's what I'm really interested in.
Oh, yeah. I
That's
don't
like,
know.
It seems like the primary vehicle for advertising.
Yeah, and they all have like really easy to remember phone numbers that just like
Yeah.
it's like the same number 7 times or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, I don't know actually. There's a lot of that and there's a lot of, Christian billboard stuff. I'm sure you've come across that too. In certain parts of this country, there's just like
Saw a billboard for eye syphilis. I've never seen that before.
that's in our neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah?
I
Eye
drive
syphilis?
past that. I drive past that every day.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It's the grossest photo
Yeah.
Shout out Isovis.
Yeah, shout out eye
of
syphilis.
someone's
real quick.
it's some illustration of just someone's eyes watering. It's just horrible. And I see it every day. I'm immune to it now. If I get eye syphilis, I won't know I had it. I'm just gonna be like, that just is normal. What people would look like.
Yeah.
We were talking before we started about how you're noticing your audience is getting younger, and you think it's because of TikTok. But I was curious, do you feel like a responsibility at all to represent something to them, either just given the fact that they're so young, or are you like, no, I'm just gonna put on a good show for me and them?
I try to do the same show no matter who's there, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's maybe they're getting younger, maybe I'm getting older. I don't know. But yeah, I think went pretty hard on the TikTok this year. So, and social media generally. And I think that's kind of been reflective in the audience. You know, a lot of 18-year-olds, a lot of kids at these shows in America where this is like their first concert. Like I had a lot of kids come up and be like, this is my first ever concert. One kid was like, yeah, the concert was great. I would say it's my favorite, but it's my first one. And he was like 22, so I was really surprised. But then again, you got to take into account like COVID, really.
Yeah, that knocked out a lot of people's ability to see a show.
Yeah, so like, there's a lot of that. I just found it mad interesting. I don't know. I've been going to shows since I was like 14 or 15.
Yeah,
maybe.
same.
So that was really surprising.
Huh. I like it. I mean, it's cool that that's what's attracting it. And I've also heard you say that you're an album guy, clearly, but to talk about how you've used TikTok, it's sort of like, I think of it like as modes. It's like if you're in album mode, you're just focused on making the album. And once the album's out, you can like repurpose all of it into TikTok stuff. Has that kind of been your approach to social media?
Before the record is done, it's like social media is the furthest thing from my mind. It's all just about the music and like how to make the best album and something that's gonna stand alone, like as a piece of art. And then once that's all finished, then it's like, okay, this is just free promotion. So whatever way you can repackage stuff and present it to people in a new way, like, get creative with it. Don't think about it too much.
Yeah, I heard you once describe it as like it doesn't like don't think about it because it's just another medium. Like don't force your art into the box of the medium unless it's like that's the purpose of it, right? Like unless you're making stuff for that short form, whatever. Versus buying into this idea that record labels have all been telling us for eons, which is that make it 60 seconds, make it short. No one cares about your long ass album. It's like, no, that's not actually true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
It's the worst, man.
Hate that shit.
And I don't think it's actually true either, honestly. I think people
all.
are like starved for actual authenticity in art.
There's a lot of people in the music industry that have to justify their jobs, honestly, you know what I mean? So they'll tell you they're an expert on everything, and half of them don't know fuck all. No. So that's really frustrating. But none of the albums that I go back to time and time again are stuff that's like heard on radio often or like easy digestible albums, you know what I mean? Like Mama's Gun, like the way that album flows and songs like will merge over into, other songs and stuff. Like What's Going On, Marvin Gaye, like tons of albums like that like Marvin Gaye was told like don't make a political album, it's career suicide, and that's like his magnum opus. Like it's one of the best albums ever made. Like so yeah, people don't know shit, man. Just make the fucking art you want to make. Like it's rots my arse. Just people.
That's right. Anybody who's listening to this who's a young artist, do not listen to what they're telling you to do. Just do what you want to do. Seriously, that's how you.
Social media is a tool, like any other tool. It's like it just depends how you use it, and you got to figure out like a way that you can use it to your advantage in a way that's not going to burn you out, in a way that you're not like just making stuff because someone else is telling you to make it. Like figure out how it works and then use it to your advantage. It's like anything.
It's good advice. Well, with that, I would love to hear the last two songs. Thank you guys very much for being here.
Appreciate it. Thank you. I got to find her. She's all I need. Come on and tell me, no. I can see it in her eyes when she wake up. Last night's makeup, living for the weekend, boys handing out pay cuts. Used to least talk back, now you don't say much. Too many past due bills, still have to pay up. All you wanna do is sleep, all you do is stay up. See him double tapping gym bunnies in them shape-ups. You don't really love him, you don't really wanna break up. Hard being lonely, but the truth is I had to face up. You still remember when he used to serenade you? Them fairy tales don't last, they're all made up. Newsflash, 3 years pass and nothing's changed, but you know misery loves company, so you stay put. Wish somebody could take the pain away. His innocence died like all them daisy chains. Newsfeed full of them people that's got the easy life. What good saving when all you're seeing is rainy days? Rainy days, it's all rainy days. Pray somebody come take the pain away. You can see it on his face on them long nights. If it's the couch or the bed, he's out the wrong side. It's like you put all your loving into the wrong man. Fuck the fight in the dog, it's still a dog fight. Still remember the first time you locked eyes. Holding on to that moment, it's like he lost sight of what he wanted, now all his efforts are offside. Your life had such color, but now it's boxed out. Everything is a struggle, it started off right. He's home alone for the week and the gaff's a bomb site. takes you down to the local to make you all good. He flirts with all of your friends, you clench your jaw tight. Marriage your convenience, the magic is always fleeting. Know you should probably leave him, but the thoughts of trying to find someone new are making you cross. It's anyone's bet, you don't know what's right. Bad out the bookies, he's always picking the wrong fights. Wish somebody can take the pain away. His innocence died like all them daisy chains. Newsfeed full of them people has got the easy life. What good saving when all you're seeing is rainy days? Rainy days, it's all rainy days. Pray somebody come take the pain away. Hey, take that pain away. Take that pain away. Can't take that pain away.
Please, I got to find her. She's all I need. Come on and tell me, nah, nah, nah.
Close hour here on BBC Radio 2. I'm your host, coming from It's a beautiful sunny day here in London City. It's about 12,000 degrees. It's incredible. What is going to complain about? Calls the vibe. I want to hear from you. If you love it, what's on your mind, caller?
For the last 5 years, love's always been hypothetical. What if I maybe met the one? What if I maybe message you? What if you Scooby-Doo me, ghost me after my confessional? What if I'm the one they laugh about inside their message group? I react to every story, screenshot my every move. Send them to the girlies just to foil them alphabetical. Label me a creep like I'm the one to teach a lesson to. What if I'm overthinking? Lots of people been susceptible. What if I really like you, but my past has made me skeptical? What if you got a fella, he's mad because I'm pressing you? What if your fella's cheating, think that I could come and rescue you? What if you made them eyes at me while mine have been undressing you? If I gave it time, I put them worries to the side, and then I really got to know you, really made your mind, and then we planned it ever after, bassinets and overtime to put that payment on the gaff to get the one you really like. I tell you that I love you every morning, every night, and then we raise a couple kids and teach them how to ride a bike. I come back unannounced cause it's your birthday just to find you in the bed with someone else. Wouldn't that be a surprise? What if?
What if I could tell you how I'm thinking when I'm lost? What if I could be the one to tell you all that? What if I could tell you no one really compares to you, baby? I'm just scared I'd be letting you down.
Yeah, what if I'm wrong? I mean, it's all just theoretical. What if I broke your heart? Cause I would rather chase my revenue. What if I call it quits? Cause I could see how I was stressing you. What if I cut it off? Cause of an imbalance of chemicals. Problem was the doctor didn't dose me up a decimal. Memory is malleable. Crazy what depression do. Make you think you're crazy. Make you want someone to section you. Keep you in my head. Forget to tell you when the rent is due. Making all the chatter in your brain turn up a decibel. Make it really easy to forget the ones that's blessing you. Take them all for granted till there's really no one left but you. The better off without me. It's what depression says to you. But
What if I could tell you how I'm thinking when I'm lost? What if I could be the one to tell you all that? What if I could tell you no one really compares to you, baby? I'm just scared I'd be letting you down.
what if I said I'm sorry? Would you think that's unacceptable? What if I made the effort just to get to know the better you? What if I took a chance in spite of all the things I said to you? Squeeze you like a tourniquet, in turn to make you better too. Can't predict the future, life will go the way it's destined to. Dwelling on the past and only feel all that regret in you. Present's all we have, you should live it while you can. And when your life comes to an end, at least it never got the best of you. Love don't really break in time, you'll find that it is bendable. No, you probably rather find somebody who's dependable. I was about I'll kill the devil, I'll be a man, I'll message you just to see you block me. Guess that's to be expected, huh?
Thank you guys both so much for such an amazing set.
Appreciate
Kojaque,
it.
Keen, you guys are awesome. I just so enjoy your music and the sincerity of it, and also the world of it. It's just such a great place to be. So thank you for your time today. If you guys haven't yet, go check out Fan of the Afters. It's streaming everywhere, and so is this session right now on Spotify. So go do that. I want to thank our camera team, our sound team, our editors, our program managers, everybody here at Audiotree that makes this show possible. And to you, our viewers, if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button below. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. And that's it. I'm Austin. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.